Hey folks, welcome to another video. Today I've got something that's a blast from the past. It's from 1994. It's the Aura Interactor virtual reality gameware. Now this particular device came still wrapped in its shrink wrap. Purchased for just over $30 on eBay. And I wanted to check this out primarily because a couple of friends have recently got the Woozr Edge vests or Woozr straps, which when you play them with certain games, well, any game really, the sound interacts and vibrates on you, and you actually feel that sound. In games, usually that's for gun games and boxing games and things of that nature, so that you feel bullets and punches, and I'm not into those types of games. But a friend, Dr. Oculus, got his and played with Tetris Effect and had a very strong emotional experience. Now, I've been playing Tetris Effect every Saturday in recent weeks because they have this thing every week called the Weekly Ritual, where different modes and things of that nature can unlock different avatars and different skins, with the ultimate goal being once you hit 100%, you unlock, at least for the rest of that day, 1989 mode, which is based on the original Tetris game. So, our Interactor is going to provide some kind of rumble and sound to my back. It is completely shrink wrapped, but we're going to go ahead and open this box. It's kind of a shame to take something this old and open the shrink wrap. But there seem to be thousands of them out there right now, still in their shrink wrap. This product retailed for $149 back in 1994. It shipped just before the holiday season in the United States, and then the following year in the UK. And it was marketed as a device that you could use with the SNES or the Genesis. I'm not using it with either of those. I'm going to use it with my Oculus Quest. It does work with really any audio source that you can use a 3.5 millimeter adapter with. So we're going to go ahead and lift off this flap. And you can see here it says that this Our Interactor device is a virtual reality gameware device. Virtual reality gameware. Think about that. All the way back in 1994, they considered this a virtual reality device. And in 2020, we're going to make it one. So inside the box, actually looks like this might have been used before. It's not new in box if you've got some scuff on it. But that's okay. You'll read this first. Check for proper connections. For example, see page 8. Games mode requires a filter to be set above 5. If no output, increase the filter setting to 10. And if problems persist, I'm sure that customer service phone number 1-800-909-AURA totally works still 25 years later. Actually, I'm not sure if this is actually, this may have just faded over time. This sticker is not very good quality. And then we've got the instruction manual. It says Our Interactor. In other countries, when it's shipped in Europe, it's actually shipped with 2 different books. Let's just see if there's anything exciting here. Just kind of the connection instructions, things of that nature, and how to connect it with the Genesis Mark I, the Genesis Mark II, or the SNES. So in addition to the vest that we'll get to in just a moment, there is a giant, extremely heavy, mind you, power adapter in this box. Extremely heavy. It's got a little piece of tape on it, just to show you that it's been sealed in this box for 25 years. Look at that power brick. No one is messing with you with this power brick. It's literally the size of a brick. and it's got a very different connection than what I'm used to. So we're not going to be able to replace this probably if something goes wrong with it very easily, but I'm sure there's a connector for it somewhere in the world. Put that to the side for right now. This little box inside the bubble wrap, which is definitely still sealed. This has never been opened. This device is the amplifier. So this is what actually pumps the energy into the vest. The vest has a speaker in it. It's basically like a subwoofer for your back. You've got an output here. You've got a source right here. So the source in this case is obviously going to be whatever device we're using. In this case, our source is going to be the Oculus Quest. Then you've got the power pack, connects right here, and then you've got two different modes, well, three modes actually, normal, A and B. A and B were supposed to be for specific games for the SNES or the Genesis that would have functioned specifically with customizations for the Interactor. The Interactor didn't sell well enough to do that, so that no longer happened. And then there's the difference between game and music here. Because this was intended to not just be for games, but you could plug it into your stereo or Walkman or things of that nature. And then the other side's the output. I'm assuming that output will go to the vest itself. And then you've got here on the side, I'll turn it just slightly more, you've got power and filter. And there's a dial that goes from 0 to 10 on each of those. Again, those settings, if we look at the stop warning, the settings that they recommend are to set the filter above 5 and to set the volume. Oh, I'm sorry, to set the filter above 5 and to set the volume. Actually, it just says filter on both. It doesn't say anything about the volume, so I'm not sure where to set the volume. But it says to set the filter above 5. If there's no output, increase the filter to 10. So it looks like, based on these directions, 5 and 10 are really the only options. Let's see if there's anything underneath our Interactor amplifier here. There probably are. Let's see. Anything in here? No, that's surprising. So we've just got the adapter, the giant brick right here, and the amplifier right here. And then we've got the vest. So I don't know if there's something under the vest. We'll find out in just a moment. And I'm wondering where all of the cabling that connects to this are. Oh, there we go. So that's pretty simplistic. The cabling is kind of laughable, but we'll get to that in just a moment. So the vest itself has a single cable right here that's connected to it. It connects to the bottom of the vest right here. And that is not replaceable, it looks like. It's pretty heavy as a vest itself, but it's definitely got some scuffs from over time. I suspect this probably wasn't really new in box, but you never know. Could have just been wear from sitting in the... Actually, it's definitely wear from sitting in the box. It faded into the top of the cardboard here. You can see it right there. So it is brand new in box. It's just the sticker has deteriorated into the box. It's imprint itself on the cardboard here. And then inside this little connector box, or connector bag rather, are a couple of other connectors. So these are the ones that will go to the Quest. Just a single 3.5 millimeter to 3.5 millimeter jack cable. It is stereo. You can see by the two lines on it that it's stereo. And then this connector was actually for the SNES or the Genesis. Now, there were two different models of Genesis. The Genesis Mark I, you didn't need this at all. But the Genesis 2, you needed to connect it through this little pass-through. And for the Super Nintendo, it connected with this piece here, but it connected in a way that the rest of this actually interfered with the RF jack on the SNES, so it was not really worthwhile with an SNES. Thankfully, I can toss this aside because we're not using this with a Genesis or an SNES. At least not yet. If it works, great. Maybe we'll jig up a Genesis. I know we have one downstairs. My suspicion is it's probably not going to work that well, and I'm probably only ever going to use this with Tetris Effect, and I may only use it once. We'll find out. And then, in case you have a stereo that uses it, it's a 1/4-inch plug here, which again, the 3.5 millimeter will plug in right there. And those are standard. Those work with any type of stereo device. And that's it. That's the unboxing for this device. Now we're going to set it up and try it with Tetris Effect. Alright, let's see what this is like. We'll try Metamorphosis on marathon mode. And I can definitely feel it. Oh, this is awesome. So that countdown worked great. Come follow me. Come follow me. I screwed up there, but that's okay. So right now it's only really hitting when that big bass drop happens. But I can definitely say I am feeling it. And I actually kind of dig it. This is better than I expected. Now, one of the things about Tetris Effect in particular, and the reason why I felt like this was the game that I wanted this type of a contraption for, if you will, is because this game was made by Enhanced Games, and Enhanced Games actually have a whole history of trying to make games evoke feelings. So one of their projects was called Rez, and Rez and its follow-up, Rez Infinite, both had a mode that used what's called a synesthesia suit, which actually had a bunch of vibrating motors in it. So again, when Dr. Oculus checked out this particular game with his Woozer Edge vest, sorry, I thought, I want to check this out, and I'm glad I did, because this is really awesome. Again, you can hear that rumble behind me, which is something that I don't think I can tune down, unfortunately. But beyond that, this is awesome. Like, I'm actually feeling the sound pumping through my back. Now, granted, it's not new technology. It's just a subwoofer, but man, it's awesome. It does kind of feel like when you're in a car seat and they've got the bass cranked all the way up. Which I'm assuming it should, because that's essentially what it is. Now, I'm pretty sure that the newer technology, the sub packs, the loser strap, they don't probably have as much of a audible sound coming out of them. But you have to figure this technology is from as far back as 1994. Strapped to my back right now. And I'm feeling Tetris effect. I'm feeling the effects of Tetris effect on my body right now. It's pretty awesome. Now, there's also a little bit of lag, so what you're hearing, whether it's vibration or me talking, is a little off from what's actually happening on my back right now. Wow, this is really awesome. I kind of laughed about it and thought this was going to be terrible, and I had just wasted $30. Yeah, I just messed up bad there. The rumble has gotten a little bit more intense. And I'm about to fail out, but I want to go for some more here. Yeah, that menu. The menu drops are awesome. Alright, so we're going to do another level. We're going to go into journey mode. going to pick the one that looks... I feel like there's one that has like a fire. Let's go over here. It's this one. Nice. Here we go. Yeah, this is awesome. So this is one of the levels that Dr. Oculus had played. And I have to say, the bass on this absolutely adds to the game. So at the end of the level here, your hands actually vibrate too. That's amazing. And honestly, like these menu screens in particular are just like fantastic. So yeah, I've now tried 1994 haptic vest technology, and it was pretty good. This in total cost me $33 from eBay. It was, as you saw, still sealed in the box, and I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with how it reacts, or how it interacts. I don't really have words to describe. Like as I hover over things and it vibrates there, it's pretty interesting. I definitely think that this is one that you want to play with bass-heavy games, or I guess with games that have guns or games that have punches or things of that nature. But you're going to feel the punches in your back is the thing. This I don't think is intended to be a front vest. I guess you could get two and plug them into the two sides of the Quest, but then you'd hear nothing but the sound from this device. I am really happy with my purchase. I didn't expect to be, but I will probably be using it tomorrow when I play through my standard weekly Tetris effect mode, weekly ritual. And I thought I was going to stick this in a box and toss it aside, but I enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this video, this quick unboxing and look at the Aura Interactor haptic vest, or virtual reality vest, or virtual reality kit. I'll be back with more content soon. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself. And thanks for watching. Yeah. See you next time. Bye-bye now.